Good morning. Please stand and join us in singing the national anthem, led by Missouri Western student Daniel Brooks and accompanied by the Missouri Western State University Symphonic Winds.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to the Spring 2015 Commencement Ceremony at Missouri Western State University. I am Jeannie Daffrin, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and I'd like to extend a special welcome to all of our graduates and their families. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Robert A. Vardabedian, President of Missouri Western State University, who will introduce the platform party.
Thank you very much, Dr. Daffrin. Well, it is my pleasure to introduce the platform party, and I will begin on my far left with Dr. Stephen Griert, Department Chair and Faculty Member Extraordinaire, and I have to say we're sorry for our sake that he's retiring at the end of the summer and will be greatly missed, but he does a great job as our announcer as well as a faculty member and administrator. Next to Dr. Griert is Angie Springs, President-elect of Missouri Western's Alumni Association. Next to her is Dr. Ben Caldwell, Graduate Dean and Professor in the Department of Chemistry. Next is Dr. Murray Neighbors, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Dr. Kathleen O'Connor is next, Dean of the College of Professional Studies. Dr. Bob Willenbrink next is founding Dean of the School of Fine Arts. And then Dr. Michael Lane, Dean of the Stephen L. Craig School of Business. And finally, to my left, of course, is Dr. Jeannie Daffrin, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Continuing to my right, we have, close right, is Esther George, honored guest and today's commencement speaker. Next to Esther is Julia Bisher, graduating student and this morning's centennial student speaker. Next to her is Ms. Shanna Meyer, our Vice President for Student Affairs. Then Dirk Clark, our Chair and member of Missouri Western's Board of Governors. Next to Dirk is Brigadier General Gregory Mason, Vice Chair of our Board of Governors and a member of the Board of Governors. And then next to him, another member of our Board of Governors, Al Purcell. And then Lionel Ottawia, who is the student member of our Board of Governors. And finally, Dr. Jonathan Rode, President of Missouri Western's Faculty Senate and Associate Professor in the Department of Chemistry. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to our platform party. Thank you.
Today, we acknowledge the accomplishments of 508 undergraduate students and 44 graduate students. This graduating class includes 318 women and 234 men. They range in age from 20 to 62 and come from Missouri and neighboring states of Arkansas, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, and Oklahoma, but also from as far away as Alabama, Alaska, Colorado, Florida, Michigan, New Mexico, South Carolina, Texas, Wisconsin, and the countries of Andorra, Belarus, China, Honduras, Indonesia, Latvia, Saudi Arabia, Sri Lanka, Turkmenistan, and the United Kingdom. This graduating class, good idea, thank you. This graduating class includes individuals who have excelled in academic studies, who have presented their research at regional, national, and international conferences, students who have performed in concerts, in theater and musical theater, students who have shown their art in a variety of venues, and who have completed many hours of service in the community and the region. Students who have served the university as leaders of student government and student organizations, and students who have served the universities as invaluable student workers in many offices across campus. Through their many talents and skills, members of this graduating class have contributed much to Missouri Western State University. Many students who complete degrees at Missouri Western are the first in their family to do so. This is quite an accomplishment, and we are proud to assist in their success. Will any of the students who are graduating today, who are their first-generation students, first in their families, or first-generation students to graduate from college, would you please stand up? Thank you. You may be seated. Students who show particular distinction in their academic studies at the university are recognized at the time of commencement with academic honors. 131 students from this graduating class have made this achievement. Students who are graduating with academic honors are wearing a gold stole over their academic regalia. This recognition is also reported on their transcripts and diplomas. Their names are in your program beginning on page 18. I congratulate all of you who are receiving degrees cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. We really appreciate your hard work and celebrate this with you, this impressive accomplishment. So will students who are graduating cum laude please stand? You may be seated. Will students who are graduating magna cum laude please stand? You may be seated. And now will students who are graduating summa cum laude please stand? Thank you. These graduates have achieved the highest level of academic honors. Thank you and congratulations. Students graduating with these honors will be noted at the time that they receive their diplomas. Missouri Western is very proud of our outstanding faculty, for it is the faculty who are at the heart of an excellent university. So it is with great pleasure that I ask all faculty members in attendance today to please stand so that we may publicly recognize your very important contributions to the success of these graduates. Faculty, please stand. You may be seated. Thank you.
Well, it is now my great pleasure to tell you a little bit about the recipient of our honorary doctorate today. Raised on a farm in Fawcett, Missouri, Esther George was told by her parents that through hard work she could do just about anything. Well, she proved them right. On October 1st, 2011, she became the president and the CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. In 1982, when she joined the Federal Reserve Bank, she has steadily since then risen through the ranks and has become one of the most powerful positions in the American economy. We are very proud to say that Esther, like you, is a graduate of Missouri Western, or about to be a graduate of Missouri Western. She graduated in 1980 from here with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration. We are certainly extremely proud of that and all that Esther has accomplished in her career. She went on to earn an MBA at the University of Missouri at Kansas City and did additional postgraduate work, including the executive program at Stanford University. Despite an incredibly full career, she has always remembered and graciously served her alma mater, Missouri Western. She has served 2 terms on our foundation board from 2002 to 2011. She served on the Stephen L. Craig School of Business Advisory Council. She has acted as a guest speaker at Missouri Western on numerous occasions. She has created networking opportunities for our students with the New York Federal Reserve Bank and elsewhere. Not surprisingly, Esther has repeatedly been honored by her various alma maters and by her profession. In 2005, she received the Distinguished Alumni Award from here, Missouri Western. In 2011, she accepted the Missouri Quality Award for the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. In 2012, she was named Outstanding Alumni in the School of Management at the University of Missouri at Kansas City. In 2013, to our great pride, she was called, quote, the lone hero within the U.S. Federal Reserve by GlobalEconomicCrisis.com. And finally, in 2015, she was named one of the Power 100 by the Kansas City Business Journal. While I'm certainly very impressed with Esther's accomplishments and honors, and they are certainly remarkable, I'm equally impressed with her humility and her willingness to give back. And for our centennial commencement speaker, I cannot think of a better role model than Esther George for our students. Accordingly, it is my great privilege to award Esther George the highest honor that our university can grant, an honorary doctorate of humane letters. Esther, would you please come forward? Esther Landis George, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Missouri Western State University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the rights, privileges, and dignities appertaining to that degree. In accordance to that custom, we present you with this hood. We have a hood for Dr. George. And we also present you with a certificate as a visible symbol of our extremely high regard for you. Congratulations, Dr. Estes Landis George. It's your turn now, Esther. Please say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. President Vardabedian, members of the Board of Governors, administration, and faculty, to the distinguished guests, friends, and very proud families, and most of all, to the Missouri Western State University class of 2015. I'm deeply honored to be here today and to receive this honorary degree. As a graduate of this institution myself 35 years ago, it is a tremendous privilege for me to stand here and address you today. It is, of course, a very proud year for this school and for you to be celebrating its centennial. A century ago, 35 students, the first class from this institution, each paid an annual tuition bill of $40 and enrolled in classes taught by 8 faculty members. Like you, they faced a very uncertain future at home and abroad. Overseas, Europe was involved in a war, and the United States was undergoing a time of incredible change, both economically and politically. For decades, most jobs in the United States had been on the farm, but work in the United States was shifting from an agricultural focus to a more urban and industrialized system, thanks to innovations such as Henry Ford's introduction of the assembly line in 1913. Technology was advancing at a rapid pace back then, offering opportunities to those ambitious enough to take them, and innovation wasn't limited to business. In the political realm, the progressive movement led to the formation of new institutions in this country, like the Federal Reserve, and numerous other reforms related to workplace safety, fair competition, and women's right to vote. It was an era marked by big ideas, and new colleges and universities such as this one sprung up around the country. 100 years ago, Woodrow Wilson, who had previously himself led a university, was the President of the United States. He had earlier reminded a graduating class at Swarthmore College, "You are not here merely to make a living. You are here in order to allow the world to live more amply, with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. You are here to enrich the world, and you impoverish yourself if you forget that errand." Now, I realize if I were to stop at this point, you might have heard my best advice today. But the truth is, I'm charged with postponing the receipt of your diploma for a few more minutes, so I'm going to continue. Much has changed since President Woodrow Wilson spoke to those students, but I expect you probably share many of the concerns about the future that they had. There continues to be tension in many parts of the world today, and the economy is facing another period of rapid change, driven by improvements in technology and the creation of new types of jobs that didn't even exist a few years ago. As the economy shifted a century ago from an agricultural one to an industrial one, it is now undergoing another transition led by advances in technology and communication. There have been many changes over the past 100 years right here at Missouri Western. This institution now has an enrollment of more than 5,600 students and a campus that includes dozens of buildings. And I think it's probably fair to say that your annual tuition bill, while no doubt affordable, Dr. Vidovedian, has probably been more than the $40 those 35 students paid in 1915. But Woodrow Wilson's accomplishment and his admonishment to college students a century ago remains sound, I think, and it rings true even today. You are not here merely to earn a living. You're here to enrich the world. Those are profound and inspiring words, and they represent a sort of call to action and purpose. But the reality is, after 4 years of college, or maybe longer for some of you, you might well be sitting there thinking, what's wrong with wanting to make a living? It's a fair question. 35 years ago, like you, I wore the traditional mortarboard and a gown, and I sat in a metal folding chair on this same floor with great anticipation. There were no more finals, and I was looking forward to a paycheck and moving into my own place. I was completely focused on making a living, and frankly, I was waiting for the world to enrich me. Within 2 years of graduation from Missouri Western with a degree from the business school, I had a job and a husband. My first job ended after 18 months. Fortunately, my marriage has lasted longer, 34 years and counting. As Dr. Vartabedian said, I went to work in 1982 for the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City as a bank examiner. And 29 years later, I was selected to be the bank's president and CEO. New employees often ask me about my career path at the Fed and whether I knew early on that I wanted to be the bank's president. I didn't. I had neither a master plan nor a carefully constructed series of strategic moves to reach the position I'm in today. The truth is, I was focused on making a living. Don't get me wrong, my work at the Federal Reserve has not been mundane. I've worked hard, I found the work meaningful and challenging, and each assignment I had there became the rung to the next one. But it was my first job at the Fed as a bank examiner trainee that left the biggest impression on me. As a bank examiner, your job is to identify risk and to be able to explain those clearly to a banker and to your boss. Being curious and asking the right questions turned out to be far more important than having all the answers. Sometimes the banker disagreed with your judgments and was unhappy with the outcomes of the exam. Sometimes the bank failed and its owners lost everything. That's not easy when you're 24 years old, sitting across the desk from someone with 3 decades or more of experience. And so you learn to do your homework and to think hard about the consequences of what you're doing and to listen carefully to make sure you understand. You had to rely on other members of your exam team because each contributed to some part of that work with different expertise and with different experience. Sometimes you'd work all day to analyze an issue and you were sure you had it nailed, only to get some new piece of information the next morning that made you rethink your entire conclusions. Those experiences have continued to shape my perspective as a leader and as a policymaker. As president of the Kansas City Fed, I serve as a member of the Federal Open Market Committee. Every 6 to 8 weeks, this committee meets to make decisions about interest rates for the country. The room where these meetings take place in Washington, D.C. is stately. Frankly, it's a little bit intimidating. There is a big oval-shaped mahogany table that can seat more than 20 people. Instead of sitting across the desk from a banker, today I find myself sitting across the table from the Federal Reserve Chair, Janet Yellen. For more than 100 years, others have been seated at that same table to make decisions that affect the nation's economy. These decisions are expected to be independent, to be thoughtful and well-informed because they affect the lives of every American. And so I'd like to close by condensing my bank examiner experience into 5 simple lessons that have served me well for many years. And as you go out to make a living, I hope you might consider them. Number 1, be prepared. There really are no shortcuts to doing your best. Few people that I know can successfully wing it. Most of us have to spend a lot of time and make sacrifices to be prepared for that job interview, to complete an assignment, to save money for the future. Preparation arms you with knowledge and it gives you confidence. Number 2, be flexible. Things won't always go as planned, and sometimes we build plans that fall apart. If you can learn to accept that life is full of change and unpredictability, then you can learn to adapt and cope. Number 3, be brave. You will have to make choices in your life of great consequence. To be sure, it's not always clear what the right answer is, but make sure that you are asking the right questions. Number 4, be humble. Regardless of how confident you may be, you are not always right. Listen carefully to others, and in doing so, you might learn something. And number 5, be grateful. Every day, someone is doing work that makes your job or your life easier, safer, or less stressful. Look around you today. I suspect some of those people are right here. And so, as you cross this stage today and accept your diploma, I encourage you to enjoy your sense of accomplishment. And in the days ahead, I hope you will remember that your degree does not represent what you know, but what you are capable of learning. And if you keep that in mind, I'm confident that you will do more than make a living. You will enrich the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. George. It is my pleasure to introduce our student commencement speaker, Julia Bisher. Julia is receiving her Bachelor of Science in Recreation Sports Management with a concentration in sports management and 2 minors, one in general business and one in speech communication. She has been an active member of the Student Government Association as Vice President of Western Activities Council, a Griffin Edge and registration leader for 2 years, past Panhellenic Vice President, and a member of Sigma 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 sorority. This summer, Julia will be working in Louisiana at the Global Scouting Bureau, and she will be traveling to the University of Brighton in the fall to attend the Rugby World Cup International Conference. Today, Julia will be speaking about taking action and being your own hero. Please help me welcome Julia Bisher.
My hat keeps falling off. I have to keep fixing it, so sorry. Thank you, Shanna, and welcome, privileged guests, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, class of 2015. Here we are. Graduation day has finally arrived. Between 4 and however many years it took, we are finally leaving college, taking the next step and becoming real adults. But where do we go from here? The answer to that is just as varied as the students in this room. While it may be an entry-level job, an internship, or an adventurous trip around Europe, I know that this graduating class is definitely going somewhere. All of us came from different places. It may have been from across the street, the state line, the country, the world, but we all share a home. Here at Missouri Western, we all have a family to call our own, a family that we chose. We adapted to both the Missouri Western unpredictable Wi-Fi and the Missouri unpredictable weather. And no matter how many times we were chased by them, we even grew to love the Missouri Western wild geese. Missouri Western transformed all of our lives, just how it has for students just like us for 100 years. But even though we share a family, a home, and some of the same experiences, we all have different goals. Some of our goals have changed along with our majors. For some of you, I know it's multiple times. When we were little, grown-ups asked us, "So what do you want to be when you grow up?" And we answered with professions that we admired, that we looked up to. Doctors, firemen, policemen. Or if you're like me, your answer was 2 very closely related professions, a veterinarian or Britney Spears. Pre-2007. Ah, this hat. Then when we were asked who our heroes were, we would say my mom, Michael Jordan, Superman. Some of us still may not know if we want to be a doctor, a firefighter, or Britney Spears. That's okay. We'll figure it out eventually. Or if you want to change your major again, email one of your advisors. I'm pretty sure there's still time. Finding your passion, figuring out what you want to do in life, may come to you at age 5 or 25. Experiencing that aha moment and knowing what you want to do is a great feeling, but that's the easy part. If someone were to ask you today, who's your hero? Your answer should be me. Well, not me, you. We should all want to be our own heroes. What is a hero? When someone saves another person from drowning in a lake or pulls them out of a fire, others exclaim, "Wow, you're a hero." But the hero always just says, "Nah, oh my God. Sorry, it's bothering me." But the hero always just says, "Nah, I just did what anyone would do." And they may be right. I think we all possess qualities of a hero. We are all brave. We all have abilities. We all have nobleness in us. But the key is to take action. Do something about it. I'm not saying that we all should just go run in a lake or jump in a fire. That's not very safe. But we need to do things that make us afraid, that make us anxious, things that make us so uncomfortable we would rather be running into a burning building. I read a quote recently from the actor Bradley Whitford. He said, "Take action. Every story you've ever connected with, every leader you've ever admired, Every punny little thing you've ever accomplished is the result of taking action. You have a choice. You can either be the passive victim of circumstance, or you could be the active hero of your own life. I think this is the best piece of advice someone could tell people our age. You know the saying, great things come to those who wait? It's on Twitter. Girls post it with their selfies on Instagram. We've heard it for years. I don't know about you guys, but not once have I ever had Chipotle just come to me. No matter how long I wished or waited for it, a double steak burrito with spicy salsa and extra guacamole has never just appeared on my doorstep. We need to erase that saying from our favorite list of cliches. It holds no meaning or value. It may sound nice on paper, but heroes don't wait. In order for us to get what we want, we need to do what my dear friend Brad said and take action. Do something about it. Go out on a limb, take risks. Do something you've never done before. You may need some patience along the way, but don't sit around waiting for your life to happen. I mean, I get it. Failure is scary, and we may fail at first. Actually, scratch that. You will fail, at least at some point. I know that's not something you want to hear, but we have to face it. Better yet, we should just embrace it. We will embarrass ourselves. We will be bad at something. Denzel Washington gave a commencement speech about falling forward. In his speech, he said, if you don't fail, you aren't even trying. So we just have to commit. If we're going to fall, we might as well fall hard. It leaves a cooler bruise and makes a better story. The great stories don't come from people who got it right the first time. Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, all famous, all failed. None of them waited for greatness to happen. They went out and worked their tail off, but they failed along the way. And they would not be here where they are today without those failures. So we should apply for that dream job, or move across the country, travel the world. Right now is the perfect time to start living our life the way we want to live it. Because if not now, when? If not us, who? We need to be our own hero. We need to take action. So watch out, world. The best of MWS is coming. You may not see our capes, our masks, or our Wonder Woman bracelets, but we're wearing them. We're going to be the superheroes of our own lives, and we're going to kick some butt. Congratulations, class of 2015. Go get them.
Okay, students, here we go. At this time, we will present the candidates who are receiving master's degrees. Master's degree is the highest non-honorary academic degree awarded by Missouri Western State University. Graduates receiving a master's degree will receive a hood representing the attainment of that degree. The interior silk lining of the hood displays the colors of Missouri Western. The opening of the hood is trimmed in velvet in the color representing the academic field. Assisting with the hoods will be faculty from each of the graduates' master's programs. Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise? President Vardabedian, these students have met all the requirements of the faculty and the Board of Governors for the following degrees: Masters of Applied Arts, Masters of Applied Science and Assessment, Masters of Applied Science. They have been certified by the registrar and are entitled to the degrees as indicated. As Dean of the Graduate School, I take great pleasure in presenting to you these candidates and recommend that their respective degrees be conferred at this time.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Missouri Western State University, and upon the recommendation of the provost, deans, and faculty of Missouri Western, I hereby confer upon each of you the designated master's degree for which you have been certified. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees please come forward? Will the respective faculty members please take their places in line with them? Kaylee Jo Schellhaas, Master of Applied Science, Forensic Investigations. Jamie Lee Cunningham, Master of Applied Science, Forensic Investigations. Lacey Jo McClellan Fox, Master of Applied Science, Forensic Investigations. Rebecca Lynn Crawford, Master of Applied Science and Assessment, TESOL. Peggy Ann Doolin, Master of Applied Science in Assessment, TESOL. Sherry Annette Thatcher, Master of Applied Science in Assessment, Autism Spectrum Disorder. Cassandra Kathleen Roscher, Master of Applied Science and Assessment, Autism Spectrum Disorder. Jamie Bachman, Master of Applied Science and Assessment, Autism Spectrum Disorder. What's the Megan Gaywatts, Master of Science in Nursing. Amy Lynn Scott, Master of Science in Nursing, Healthcare Leadership. Marion Lee Carbon, Master of Applied Science, Sport and Fitness Management. Natalie Nicole Bird, Master of Applied Science, Sport and Fitness Management. Courtney Rebecca Laws, Master of Applied Science, Sport and Fitness Management. Justine E. Tidings, Master of Applied Science, Sport and Fitness Management.
And now we will present the candidates for certificates and undergraduate degrees, after which President Vartabedian will confer the degrees. Will the candidates for one-year undergraduate certificates please rise? Will the candidates for associate degrees please rise? Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise? President Vartabedian, these students have met all of the requirements of the faculty and of the Board of Governors for the following degrees: one-year undergraduate certificates, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Science, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Social Work. They have been certified by the registrar and are entitled to the degrees as indicated. As Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, I take great pleasure in presenting to you the spring and summer graduating class of 2015 and recommend that their respective degrees be conferred at this time.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Missouri Western State University, and upon the recommendation of the Provost, Dean, and faculty of Missouri Western State University, I hereby confer upon each of you the designated undergraduate certificates, associate, and baccalaureate degrees for which you have been certified. Congratulations.
Will the undergraduates please approach the platform to be recognized with their respective schools and colleges? In addition to recognizing the graduates, I will also announce the individual students who are graduating with honors. I refer the audience to the commencement program, where there's a complete list of the honor recipients. Those students earning a certificate who have a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 and above graduate with honors. Those students earning an associate or baccalaureate degree who have a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 to 3.74 graduate cum laude, honors. 3.75 to 3.89 graduate magna cum laude, high honors. 3.9 and above graduate summa cum laude, highest honors. Now for the introduction of our graduates. Now presenting the Stephen L. Craig School of Business, Victoria Elizabeth Byerly, cum laude. Gabrielle Ray Soul. Sadie Danielle Nauman. Brian Michael Pop. Drew Daniel Dixon. William Lucas Scrivens. Blake Christopher Schofield. Nathan Charles Thompson. Emily Ann Thomas, cum laude. Ryan Mitchell Barman. Tanner William Howard Shelton. Kaylee Ann Flood. Sharon Rodriguez Benaroche. Brooke Renee Tabor. Nicholas Ryan Mace. Rhiannon Nicole Stumpf. Ross Riley Thiessen. Storm E. Thompson, cum laude. Grant William Durr. Julia Michelle Bisher. Alisher Sharapov. Caitlin Michelle Lucas. Theodora Nicole Cerna, summa cum laude. Landon Bruce Bennett, cum laude. Brianna Rebecca Nissen. Catherine Elizabeth O'Donnell. Clayton Gregory Moppin. John August Schmiemeyer IV. Sarah Louise Baldridge. Sarah Renee Libby. Sammy Ratsapungtong. Cassandra Nicole Chrysler. Peregrine. James Brooke Peregrine, magna cum laude. Cassie Chanel Lewis, cum laude. Michael D. Kersey, magna cum laude. Travis Dylan Henry. Cody Nathaniel McClure, magna cum laude. Feifan Zhu. Tori Malin Bell, cum laude. Alexandria Jolyn Owens. Kristen Ann Hotham. Now presenting the College of Professional Studies. Lisa Annette Winfrey, cum laude. Kristen Diane Hudson. Teresa Ruth Wright, cum laude. Haley Nicole Sipes, cum laude. Lindsay Nicole Cunningham. Mallory Woosley. Taylor Louise McGinley. Rachel L. Hayes, summa cum laude. Tamara Ann Gray. Lacey Lee Shoemaker. Leah or Lee? Sarah Lee Moore. Caitlin Nicole Gooddale. Brooke Helen Hurst. Seth Andrew Thomas. Candace Joellen Jagley. Randall Mickle Batts, summa cum laude. Samantha Ray Wignall. April Dawn Hagan. Shelby Christian Bratton. Erica Danielle Wilhite. Brianna. Brianna Nashe Hughes. Harriet Bianca Robinson. Bradley Eugene Edwards. Pamela Michelle Reentz. Cedric Clinkscales. Zachary Joseph Price. Tina Marie Goodrick. Adriana Ray Wooster. Melissa Renee Cooley. Brianne or Brianna? Yeah. Jory Brianne Davison, cum laude. Ashley Joe Davis. Hillary Ann Daniel, magna cum laude. Myers. Kathleen Elizabeth Myers. Jessica Ann Ebersold, cum laude. Emily Ann Ramdeen, cum laude. Cassie Elizabeth Johnson. Michael Allen Bowen. Casey Wyant Booth. Justin Michael Hux. Dennis L. Owsley. Alex John Jackson, cum laude. Grant Thomas Riddle, cum laude. Joshua James Carithers. Michael David Judd. Crosser. Beth Ann Crosser, cum laude. Kevin Wayne Puckett, summa cum laude. Ariel Jean Bauman. Kristen Lee Thompson. Laura Elizabeth Hutton. Bailey Elizabeth Morgan. Marina Elizabeth Howells. Laura Amberly Schmidt. Mercedes Lane Glidewell. Tiffany Paige Crawford. Grant Christian Franklin. Monica Renee Silber, cum laude. Tara Michelle Caligiuri. Lauren Elise Aubrey. Kenzie Renee Elliott. Samantha Danielle Laws. Victoria Lorraine Calabrese, magna cum laude. Erica Martinez. Ashley Nicole Miller. Michael Dennis Cash, summa cum laude. Hélène Martine Griffin, cum laude. Darcy Leanne Watkins, cum laude. Wyckoff. Kristen Renee Wyckoff. Carolyn Janice King. Spencer C. Williams. Brianna Lynn Ebersold. Alexandria Joe Peters. Hunter Ray Lynn Ewert. Zachary Cole Skirman. Alan Michael Vassmer. Austin Jacob Bush. Brittany Ann Harvey, cum laude. Caleb Joseph Vanderkoy, cum laude. Michael David Burton. James Patrick O'Brien, magna cum laude. Pierce Vincent Lally, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Ewigman, cum laude. Brittany Joanne Griswold. Mitchell Andrew Ayers. Seth McKay Plackmeyer. Anna Catherine Hurst, cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Bell. Chelsea Renee Hansen. Todd Michael Durfee, Max the Griffin. Ryan James Martin. Kelsey Shane Seek. Michael Luke Lemon. Sabaski. Cassie K. Sabaski. Alexandria Jane Saxon, cum laude. Mark Anthony Harrison. Dominic Eugene Thomas. Joshua Edward Williams. Charles Joseph Mollis. Meshach Dominique Kennedy. David Vincent Bass, Jr. Joseph Franklin Dahmen. Jeremy Mark Jacobson. Alexa Jade Adams, cum laude. Chadwick Austin Ferris. Sarah Denise Robbins, cum laude. Justin Levi Miller. Melissa Beth White, magna cum laude. August Yvonne Mason. Lauren Faye Robbins, summa cum laude. Shelby Lane DeMott. Perry Matthew Oliver, cum laude. Joshua Richard Hadley. Darvis Armand Prejean. Chelsea C. Larison Hill. Stephen Ray Robbs. Gracia Karen Pizzino. Shireen. April Shireen Higley. Tanya Jessica Vargo. Kayla Renee McKenzie. Richard Garrett Mays. Stanton James Bartholomew. Hannah Gabrielle Sartain, cum laude. Caleb Kalish Johnson. Denise Lynn Peters, cum laude. Michaela Marie Meinert. Name. Michelle Marie Name. Victoria Ann Turner. Peppered, right? Megan and Gloria Peppard, cum laude. Paige Renee Bennett. April Sue Hemer, magna cum laude. Jessica Ray Fisher, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Sue Brooks, magna cum laude. Shannon Nicole Denny, magna cum laude. Payton. Courtney Marie Payton. Sarah Elizabeth Charbonneau, cum laude. John William Davis. Levi Everett Evans. Madison Jean Hayes. Darlisa Marie Cherlason, cum laude. Chelsea Marie Gerber, cum laude. Kenneth Dale Price. Stephanie Burr, cum laude. Aaron Lee Willoughby, cum laude. Mackenzie Faye Evans, summa cum laude. Brianna Blaylock. Chelsea Aaron Parkhurst. Mariah Ann Dunlap. Melissa K. Mathewson, cum laude. Chelsea Danielle Crockett. Ramsell or Ramsell? Ramsell. Kathleen Carol Ramsell. Christine Elaine Ray, cum laude. Mimi Lei Ho. Reichert. Christine Grace Reichert. Jessie Kathleen Kirkwood. Nata Hotu Ray Etienne. Jacob Dalton Rumpf. Ariel Kellelyn Hurst, magna cum laude. Dorothea C. A. Smith. Charla Lee. Jody Marie Moore. Lee. Amy Lee Delaney Cook. Catherine Renee Thomas. Courtney Faith Simmons, cum laude. Sandra Ann Martin, cum laude. Kayla Marie Clariday. Amanda Valerie Putman. Connor Lee McFarland. Abigail Suzanne Edwards. Kenzie Michelle Herder. Allison Courtney Elizabeth Lyle. Whitley Elizabeth Kloss. Hannah Jo Adkins. Brittany Renee Brown. Andrea Aurora Kearns. Megan Elizabeth Curtis. Jessica Ann Johnston, cum laude. Abigail Rose Swenson. Kelly Elizabeth Scannell, cum laude. Andrew D. Charles, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Marie Rivera. Ashley Nancy Brittingham. Catherine Elizabeth Turner, summa cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Taylor, cum laude. Joanne Elizabeth Gallus. Madeline Louise Bonderer, cum laude. Lassiter. Anne Catherine Lassiter. Gisela Robles. Borwarn Pak, Siri Wedge. Marissa Louise Curran. Hannah Craig Elizabeth O'Donnell. Madison Ann Lyon, cum laude. Peter Van Tran. Riley Aaron Drennan. Brandon James Hare. Raylyn Jessica Garcia. Joseph Michael Klein. Joshua Levi Autry. Angela Dawn Wilcox. Bernard or Bernard? Eric Bernard Jones, Jr. Garrick Cooper Roshan, magna cum laude. Ramin Mahuchian. Matt Reed. Abigail Carol Philly, cum laude. Dow. Tiffany Dawn Dow. Mariela Diaz Valdez, cum laude. Micah J. Morris.
Well, on behalf of more than 28,000 Missouri Western alumni, I congratulate you on your awesome accomplishment. You will soon join alumni across the nation and even around the world, all of whom have one thing in common. We are all proud alumni of Missouri Western State University. Over the last 4, 5, 6, please don't do it to your parents, but if you did 7 years here, you have made tons of memories that will last a lifetime. From this moment on, your lives will be changed. Guys, you will find jobs. Some of you in your chosen career field. Many of you will go off and get married, have children, grandchildren. You'll grow apart, but you will never separate from your college friends. Your memories of Missouri Western are etched in your heart and in your mind forever. Remember, this is your home. You will always be welcomed back here with open arms. As a prospective student here at Missouri Western, when you were visiting the admissions office, you were greeted by the bronze griffin statue. You guys remember that? Yeah? Before your student ambassador took you and your family on a tour of the campus, you were encouraged to pat the griffin's head for luck. Well, obviously it worked because here you are, college graduates. We have 2 griffin statues here with us today. As you recess from the arena this afternoon, you'll be greeted by Alumni Associate Vice President Mary Vaughn, also by the Director of Alumni Relations, Colleen Cowich, and members of the Alumni Board. They will present you with an Alumni Association lapel pin, and as you exit, don't forget, pat the griffin's head. This time, you'll be asking for luck in your future life and in your career. All right, guys, so here it is. That transforming moment that you've all been waiting for. Will the members of the class of 2015 please rise? Okay, to signify your accomplishments and your change in status from students to alumni, please move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left, placing them over your heart. Congratulations and welcome to the Missouri Western Alumni Association.
You may be seated. Just a few quick closing comments. We may have a first in our audience today. We have a grandmother here, Betty Ebersold, somewhere in our audience, who has 4 granddaughters graduating. We don't know of that ever happening before. So Betty and your granddaughters, congratulations. Just 2 other quick closing comments. Would the family members of the graduating class of 2015 please rise and be acknowledged? Family members, could you please rise very quickly? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for the sacrifices you have made to make this day possible. One last comment that I make at every commencement, and that comment is, graduating class of the spring of 2015, you will no doubt go out into the world and accomplish all kinds of great things and impress people all around you. All I ask is one thing. When they are so impressed with you, remember one thing. Remember to tell them where you went to school. Thank you very, very much.
Congratulations. We invite everyone to join us in the small gymnasium for a reception in honor of our graduates.
I know that.
I'll try this one. Does that work? Okay. We invite everyone in the audience to join us across the hall in small gymnasium for a reception in honor of our graduates. At the conclusion of the ceremony, which is just momentarily, we ask that our guests please remain seated until the platform party, the faculty, and the new graduates have exited the arena. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us in singing our alma mater, led by Daniel Brooks. You will find the words on the inside back of your program.